Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below, where you can find the current list of reading services I offer. And if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Virgo, I'll be channeling intuitive messages for the collective of your sign, and this is going to be a timeless reading, so whenever you bump into this reading, there's probably a message for you here. So Virgo souls, there's an energy of you being enchanted by something, really attracted. Something here is like stimulating a fascination for some of you Virgos, that it's very strong and appealing. For some of you, it's a new type of like lifestyle you're falling in love with, or some sort of new diet, new regime. There's something you're finding to be very interesting and very like out of the box for your regular normal self, that is interesting you. And for some, it's just something, you know, you're finding like a concept, a theory, a study, or an example you're admiring, you know, things of that nature. So there's a source of fascination really coming up here. You're going to be intrigued and fascinated by something very soon. And for the majority is a concept that you want to put to proof. And once you do, many of you will start kind of seeing results, and it will be wonderful, like a wonderful feeling of being a part of something great. For others, there's several issues you have been dealing with, you have been struggling with. They're about to be, you know, eclipsed out of your life in a very simple, effortless way. And by them leaving, it's like you're gonna feel this lightness that you haven't felt in a long time. And I keep getting, for some of you, it's because you're going to start organizing your routines or doing something in your routines differently that changes dramatically the quality of life you have been having, the quality of sleep, your own, you know, physical self, your health, your beauty. It's like Virgos are entering a phase of rejuvenation. Spiritually, mentally, and physically, it's a period of rejuvenation. There's something very light and embraced and welcomed for Virgos, because again, in one simple change, perhaps you're going to solve several chronic issues you have been dealing with. For some Virgos that have been struggling with chronic conditions, it's a great time to find healing, appropriate treatment. Especially, again, pay attention to things you investigate or you advise that bring that fascination. Also, you could just be studying something or wanting to study, take a course, get enrolled in some sort of program that, again, changes your mind, and by that changes your life. I just keep getting like the next weeks and months are all about this. A revolution that it's made through very simple acts. You can even feel shocked by the amount of time some of you have been wasting on the complexity or the complexity of how we have been dealing with things when in reality they were so simple to solve. So great news for many of you here. Now, For Virgos that are currently in school or taking courses, you can change a big change. You can have, I'm sorry, a big change of heart and change the area of interest. Like you can have this dramatic change in terms of thinking you wanted to study medicine and then wanting to study, you know, nutrition, or I'm sorry, this is not a good example, but like wanting to be a doctor, work on the medical field, and then wanting to be this actor, actress, going to performative dramatic arts. So there could be changes also, not just for Virgos that study, even though those are shown here as primary, but also in terms of your career. You could just have a change of heart and realize that you want to do something different with your work life, with your career. Especially for Virgos that have already been feeling like the itch of change. Next week's present answers for you, directions as of where you might want to put your focus ahead. For others, there's a little bit of this energy of someone feeling very sorry. Some of you Virgos will receive a long due apology, meaning that it's an apology that you're no longer waiting, but that is coming. You know, Virgos, some of you, as you are freeing yourself, there's a sense of people that have somehow harmed you or that have regrets associated with you are becoming heavier. So as you're getting lighter, they are energetically getting heavier. And this is why for some, you can start to see this situations taking place where people are more prone to take accountability and responsibility for things they have done to you in ways that can surprise you. For some, it's specifically, it's like an apology coming from someone you really no longer expected, or you've lost complete hope of that, or you forgot about this person completely. This is someone that is not in your current, you know, daily thoughts. It's someone you've lost. The word really here is you lost hope. So, oh yeah. 5 of Cups. Certainly someone is dealing with regrets. Now, for the majority of you, I feel like it's someone outside. So it's not you. But for some Virgos, it could be that you are feeling sorry and regretful of something that happened a while ago. And for those that need to clear this out of the way to start a new phase, emotionally speaking, I feel like you will gather up the courage to apologize to those you need to apologize, or confront whatever this guilt and regret is. For some, it's like the past has been a dark cloud for many of you. It is like it's getting distant and ever more distant from you, but it's still kind of there behind the scenes. So naturally, there could be moments for some of you Virgos where you still feel that sorrow, that sadness, that uncontrollable desire to reminisce over memories that can make you very emotional. But I feel like for many of you, it's like the last of it, in the sense that if there's still something for you to cry over past situations, you're going to be doing that and going to be done after it. Like a good cry, and after that good cry, you're going to emerge stronger, bolder, ready to face life differently and to deal with new challenges. It's like you want the challenges that are new. You want to keep replaying the same things. You want something new to challenge you, even to be a problem. It's like you're done with past things. But others of you Virgos are also asked here to do things correctly. So if you are in situations you want to be done with, you want to end right now, you're just asked to do this correctly. So there's no danger, again, of that regret getting to you. Because for some Virgos, there could be situations where you're tempted to pay on the same level. So someone that has done you wrong and now you might have an opportunity to hurt them back. You might have a temptation to hurt someone back, but this can backfire. So if you have to have a difficult talk with someone or interaction or deal with a difficult situation, emotionally speaking, do so. Your advice is to confront your issues, not to shy away, but kindly. Kill them with kindness, with your forgiving heart, with your light being. Yes, you're emerging into a time where your lightness, your kind heart, your generosity, and your ability to deal with challenges kindly but intelligently are essential. For some of you Virgos, you really soften up someone's heart here through this demeanor of yours. And you notice how she's wearing white. So the lighter you become, the more healed you become, the better the versions of yourself and of your life for yourself you are conquering, the more you're melting people that have had a tendency to abuse, step boundaries, take you for granted, or expect you to be in a certain way, expect you to be weak. You have had here situations where people really expected like you to be weak, for you to be easily persuaded or manipulated, and you're going to show them differently. And this is going to be very surprising, but also very attractive, because you remain in your best qualities, but you're no fool, and you show that you're no fool. But that does not take from you any kind of kindness or allure or attractiveness. It just emphasizes it even more. The fact that you're strong, that you know your boundaries, you know what you accept, but you don't need to belittle yourself or go to levels where you're mean, petty, envious, jealous, insecure. You know what I mean? It's like to say no with a smile, to say no thank you, actually, with grace, to know how to maneuver even people's bad behaviors and emotions, knowing how to... There's something about Virgos learning how to take on aggressive energy, it's like turning dark matter into light. There's something very fascinating here about you being able to transform energy through this demeanor of yours, and just, I feel like there's people getting crazy over Virgos because of this. The better it's like the better you become, the more sorry they feel for themselves or for whatever it is that I have done to you. And I feel like your compassion right now, it's your armor. Your compassion is your shield of protection right now. Because it's so rare, or there's something about your abilities to take on challenges or deal with people that have done you wrong in such a specific way that it's so unusual, that the effect that it has, it gets people even more attached and hooked on you. You can have a strong Leo energy coming through. This apology could be coming from a Leo energy, Leo dominant, or just someone with this very controlling, passionate energy towards you, but that where they might have been kind of abusive or dominant in a way that made you feel again that you needed to submit or to be subjugated to things that did not honor you. I feel like for some of you Virgos, you were bitten by this energy, meaning that someone took from you, and it took aggressively. It was not, you know, something that you didn't felt the effect. Someone attacked you. Now this attack was through words, actions. Someone just didn't know how to handle you and the soft, the soft, sensitive aspects of your nature. For this person were like a temptation, and they continue to be, but the difference is that you're no longer vulnerable to the assault, to the emotional assault. You're actually quite strong right now, right? So they can't, you tame the lion, you tame the situation, you control the situation. There's something about you controlling where before you were the controlled, or you're now having the dominant lead where before you were the submissive one. I keep getting Virgo, someone is crazy over you. And if you don't have anyone you're seeing that where this can be true, it's coming. Up until summertime, there's someone very important coming your way, teaching you about the lessons that I was describing. And it feels like you are the only person that can calm down this person's beastly being. There's also this fact that you're dealing with someone that feels like only you soften them up, only you know how to treat them, calm them down, bring them peace, bring them, you know, self-control. They feel like you are the only one that can really soften them up. And if this is someone from your past, they miss this. It's like you are someone's weakness in a good way. Someone's weakness. Someone's really weak, soft spot. And it's interesting because I feel like for some, you were led to believe you were crazy, you're living here, an illusion. This person made you believe you were crazy, or that they didn't like you. So again, the aggressiveness, they might have really made you feel wrong or not cared for, when they truly saw you differently from what they said they do. Someone lied here about the real effect you had on them. And the majority of you, this is about love, but there's also cases for some of you Virgos where this could have been a situation of animosity with a family member or an important friend you've separated ways with, someone you had a big disagreement, someone that hurt you. Again, you felt attacked. 8 of Wands. Look, whatever it is that you feel right now is stalling, keeping your life in a stuck place, it's about to change. And things will be moving change up until, again, summer. quite fast and quite dramatically. These two cards together, it's passion combined, but also drama. So a lot of things happening that are fast and that you don't expect for some of you, because this is about several arrows being shot at you. So for many of you, there's going to be this intensity about you pursuing your passions, but also being pursued passionately by different aspects and, you know, opportunities and people that want to get in contact with you. And this is also about speaking the information, the communication, the apology coming to you. And for if it's not an apology, even though for the majority of you will be, it's a passionate, you know, exposure of feelings. Someone might be ready to come to the front about their passion towards you, where they have been controlling to say or controlling to do. They're going to be proactive in pursuing you. And the advice here for you, Virgos, is just to do you, become lighter and lighter as much as possible, better and better in this strength representation. Study the representation of this card and embody it fully. You know, for many of you, you are leaving a little bit of this symbolical dynamic of the beauty and the beast. So there's a lot of interesting concepts related to that, to the most beautiful, graceful aspects of our nature being then confronted with the shadow, the beastly, angry, aggressive sides, and how both mirror each other. So I hope you have a great time. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.